I've been there more times than I'd like to admit, scrolling through endless projector listings, seeing those glossy renderings of a 100-inch screen glowing in a dark room, then getting the box home only to find the picture washed out, the sound tinny, or the whole thing needing a ceiling mount that never fits my apartment ceiling. That hesitation is real, and it's why I wanted to break down the Hisense 100L5G CINE100A ultra short throw projector before you spend $100 on something that might end up collecting dust. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the big selling point is the all-in-one promise: a laser projector, an ambient light-rejecting screen, Android TV, and even built-in Alexa and Google Assistant. For someone who wants a home theater vibe without the hassle of a separate TV, a sound system, and a wall mount, this sounds like a sweet deal. But the reality of setting it up in a typical living room, a home office, or a bedroom can be a bit more nuanced. The ultra-short throw, UST, design means the projector sits just a few inches from the wall and throws a 100-inch image. In practice, that saves you from ceiling mounting, which is a relief if you rent or have low ceilings. The included 100-inch ALR screen is calibrated to bounce the laser light back toward you while rejecting ambient light from windows or lamps. When I placed the unit on a low TV stand and pulled the screen down, the image filled the wall perfectly with no keystone correction needed. In a dimly lit living room, the 2700 ANSI Lumens gave a bright picture that held its own against a couple of floor lamps. The HDR10 support added a bit of punch to highlights, making a nighttime cityscape look richer than a standard 1080p TV. That said, the ALR screen isn't a magic shield. If your room has large windows or you like to watch during daytime, the screen will still let some light in, and the image can look a little muted. In my tests, a sunny afternoon in the kitchen reduced the contrast noticeably, even though the projector's laser light is stronger than most LED units. So if you plan to use it as a daytime TV replacement in a bright space, you'll need blackout curtains or a dedicated home theater room to get the best picture. Now let's talk sound. The built-in 30-watt Dolby Atmos speakers are a step up from the tiny tinny speakers you find on most portable projectors. For casual movie nights on the couch, the audio fills the room enough that you don't immediately reach for a soundbar. Dialogue is clear, and the pseudo-surround effect adds a sense of depth that works well for action scenes. However, Dolby Atmos on a single 30-watt unit isn't the same as a multi-speaker setup. Bass can feel thin when you crank the volume, and the immersive effect fades if you're sitting far from the screen. If you're a true audiophile or plan to use the system for immersive gaming, you'll still want an external sound system. The Android TV layer is where the everyday convenience shines. The interface feels familiar, and you have access to the Play Store, Netflix, Disney+, YouTube, and basically any streaming app you already use. Voice control via Alexa or Google Assistant works for basic commands like play Stranger Things or turn up the volume, but you'll notice a slight lag compared to a dedicated smart TV box. Also, the remote that comes with the unit is fairly basic. It has volume, power, and a few shortcut buttons, but no dedicated Netflix or Disney Plus button, which can be a minor annoyance if you're used to those on other remotes. One practical concern that trips up new owners is the distance between the projector and the wall. The manual specifies a throw distance of 24 inches for a 100-inch image. If your wall is textured or uneven, you'll notice hotspots where the laser light reflects unevenly. In my experience, a smooth, matte white wall works best, or you can stick with the supplied ALR screen. The screen's frame is sturdy but adds a few inches of depth to the setup, so make sure your furniture can accommodate that extra space. Who should consider this package? If you're a renter who wants a cinematic experience without drilling holes, a family that watches movies on weekends, or a gamer who wants a big picture for couch coupe sessions, the Hisense L5G hits a sweet spot. The all-in-one nature means fewer cables, fewer devices, and a cleaner look. The laser light source also promises a longer lifespan than traditional bulbs, which translates to lower long-term maintenance. Who should skip it? First, anyone who needs a bright, true-to-life TV for daytime use in a well-lit room. You'll be fighting the ALR screen's limitations. Second, audiophiles who demand deep bass and true surround sound will be disappointed without a separate sound system. Third, if you're a serious gamer who needs ultra-low input lag, you might find the Android TV layer adds a half-second delay compared to a dedicated gaming console or PC monitor. Lastly, if you're looking for